Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Comrade Newton don't come again with another message. This message, now what is your gain for selling Nnamdi Kanu? Comrade Newton they send message to people wey sell Brafa leader to Nigeria government. Make I leave you, make you hear the message wey Comrade Newton bring come today.
In sober reflection, because your son were kidnapped and you have been fighting for his release. They never released him, not even knowing the lawyer that you paid money for were the ones selling him. And some of Nnamdi Kanu, his own co-associate, who he felt they have the same mind like him, they were lax man. They never knew that you were walking in the midst of his enemy. So you have tried everything you can do. It's not working. You have sit at home. You have sit outside. You are going into armed struggle. Due to they were killing your brothers. If not Nnamdi Kanu today, I don't think any part of Igbo now will still be having Gary in the market. That man created ESA with the good international allies that he had. He trained his own foot soldier. Why did he did not train them as a terrorist? He trained them, please protect our land so that there will be food in the land. A wonderful day from here. All the lovers of freedom, as many that are tired of what's happening to humanity, how we have been enslaved, how we have been pained with so many situations we never bargained for. I'm bringing good tidings from the creator of the universe to you. Please, if you know you have any Igbo brothers or Igbo sisters or Igbo elders, please share this video with them, inbox it to them. As we have been led to talk about our beloved brother and father, one of the grand patriots who have fought so hard for humanity, despite today was sold by his own people. That will tell you how wicked human being would be. So I love freedom fighter, I love patriots, whatever thing in my own jurisdiction to support, I will always do. And I'm going to be passing a very wonderful message and advice to as many who have sold him. Let them also go and collect the money they use in selling him, because nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing can stop what is coming. And for the people that have sold out to Nnamdi Kanu, who feel the truth will not come out, or for the people who are deliberately still wanting him to remain in that dungeon, who feel the truth will never come out, as we speak today, the people that assassinated John F. Kennedy and all their co-associates, the result is out. Some of the things, classified documents as with Donald Trump, a lot of people don't know the reason why he kept those documents. Is out. You may feel you have said him, good, but what your generation is to suffer. What your generation is to suffer. And what the people does not know about Nnamdi Kanu is this. Nnamdi Kanu is God sent. He's doing what he's doing because God laid it in his heart. You cannot do the kind of thing Nnamdi Kanu is doing with just, you just want to do it to make fame. No. It's one of the most difficult things to do. To persistently keep on fighting for one thing. And even when he was arrested, sold, betrayed by his own brothers and sisters, by his own hip-hop agitators, they thought we don't know. But if I thought we don't know now, we will know it later. And your children will pay dearly for it. There are no two ways about that. And for me to be disturbed most of the time, still talking about him, even when the people that ate with him in the same plate, the society, even the lawyer, so many persons, I'm not going to be mentioning their name. You feel it is gone. My dear, what is coming for you and your family? Nothing can stop what is coming. That one thing a lot of you don't know. What State Center 9/11 attack upon the Americans? The truth is out. The document is already out. How it was planted. How a lot of some FBI, CIA, connived. The Bushes, the Hillarys, what they have done to Americans is out. So don't feel you will survive it. Your chance may be working today, but tomorrow it might not work. So let me introduce the topic. I have not even shared. I think I was supposed to do this sharing first. So we are sending this message across. I know it might have offended one or two persons, but it's not enough for you to sell him and put humanity into suffering. All till today, Igbo people are still killed, are still being killed. Thank God for the ESM he formed. Those ones, they are still managing, protecting lives. But Tinubu and his cohorts, they are not looking onto that. How are we going to solve this very problem? And what is the problem of the Igbo people? What has Nnamdi Kanu done wrong? This man have not done anything wrong. But they painted him to you so that you may hate him. And one thing that is a lot of people did not know, Nnamdi Kanu may even be the one that's going to be remaining on this earth. Because where he is, I guess, it's be taken care of. Okay, what about the on the satellite tomorrow? And there is zombies everywhere. There is zombies everywhere. Zombie in your building. Automatically, zombie bite you, you turn to zombie. You are gone. Knock out what, Tita? So there are problems that are testimony in disguise. I thank God we allow some certain person to be in the jail so that Hitler may also be saved. So God have a way of doing his things. The reason why I always come out most of the time, let no abandon this our brother. You don't know what it takes. You don't know what that man stands for. You think you can do all alone. Donald Trump yesterday pleaded not guilty over 37 count charge. The charge and acquitted also. We were, happy yesterday in the spirit. I was in Miami yesterday. Where were you? I've told you several times with that number. Not because any IPOP member is praising me. I'm doing it from my heart. I'm still in prison with Nnamdi Kanu. This very year I did not celebrate my birthday. And I know the reason why I dedicated not to celebrate my birthday. Because what is happening to humanity? How many people will do that? Few persons. I'm not trying to advertise myself. Being that I have no hands full of people to tell you about me. Before God will start revealing it to you, I have to first of all tell you that look at what we are doing and how far we have gone. So that's that. We thank God, the charge and acquitted. So if you know you have been following us, you lost emotion over the 37 count charge. Don't just worry. We are taking it back. We have been winning. A lot is happening. They know why they are trying to stop him. They know why they imprison Nnamdi Kanu. So Donald Trump is for the world. Also Nnamdi Kanu is for African race. But a lot of people don't understand. You don't count it as if just ordinary men. And even the Edo alien, for example, who are happy today, is going to tell on them. And they don't know what is happening. Some of the things they are celebrating today is what is also going to be what is going to consume them tomorrow. Now, if I support anybody and you love me, find a way to start supporting that person. Because we don't just support. We support because that person have something he's doing for humanity. That's why I just pray that the good Biafrans, they realize they should know the enemy on time and reverse. I think I had an information that one of the top officials of the Biafrans right now is already start supporting Donald Trump. I'm on live broadcast. He's already start supporting Donald Trump. That's also a plus. You don't just say because this leader is there. No. At times the person that is coming to come and free you may be inside the hole right now. Don't say because this person is already out of the hole. For that simple reason, he may give you a helping hand. No. If you trust on that person that's still inside the hole, even when he have not even gotten any help, still keep on praying for that person. But if your help comes from another place, but it doesn't mean you are not going to take it. But let not abandon the people God has sent to come and liberate us. Let not abandon them. Don't you set him. That was why during the time when we were shouting Obi, I told all Nigerians, please, let not forget Nnamdi Kanu in dungeon. We forgot him. That was why God also turned his back on you to feel the pains Nnamdi Kanu is feeling. I told you Nigerians will not be happy until Nnamdi Kanu is released. Not because, not worry. It's not all about being destroyed. There was called divine happiness. How you want to take one for something may work? When somebody God have sent, we are not putting a more. You think that man just started on his own? The only man that have given prophecy in Nigeria that have come to pass, not even any pastor, have given such prophecy. Only him. What we are facing today, I've already talked about. We talked about naira crisis. No one you have not talked about. You talk about the agro or live full on you. The same person that is standing student loan. He's not telling you that no time soldier did not go and meet ESA in the bush. They fought nearly every day. And they are not telling you how many Nigerian army is dying because your brother's life does not concern them. So let's use our head and begin to do the needful. I guess I'm also going to be able to share a little before we go into the topic in proper. Please, if you are led, put this video irrespective. I'm not technical. I'm for everybody. My own salvation for humanity and redemption. My salvation for humanity is both for you, everybody, even to the Edo alien. They want to be free, they can also be free. So whatever thing we are doing, we do it well. So we are not segregating. Nnamdi Kanu is our brother. They are our brother. Even the Ukraine today, a lot of you will feel, why is he supporting Russia? It's not about the Russia and the Ukraine. It's not Russia and Ukraine that is fighting. Russia is fighting the terrorists in Ukraine. That's just punto ifina. So they take Ukraine as a refuge. What we need to wipe them out. So I pray that the people that go liberate us, they remember us on time, and we have a lot to do for ourselves before they can come. So let's get that very clear so that you don't go and be forming laziness. Share this very video. If you're an Igbo man, you love Nnamdi Kanu, share it in your page. It's not about, you are not making me to be popular. And if you reject me, you are rejecting my God. And my God have a lot to also do in your own life and in your freedom freely unit. That's why our hands of fellowship, we stretch it right from day one. We are open for everyone who want to connect with our God. We are open for everyone. If you hate me, there is no way my God can fight for you. I have a God. I don't know what you believe on. I believe on the creator of the universe. That's my belief. So automatically, if you hate me, and God now see reason why you must you hate my son that is doing my will, if not him, for example. I'm not trying to be proud. I'm giving instances. If not him that is preaching this thing, have you ever make yourself available to speak like this? Automatically, you have a problem with that. That's why a lot of people who have insulted us purposefully, they have problem in their life and they are feeling pains. Agbodo level. I think I'll say your mother yes one. Agbodo level. Omage mumo level. Oera meni polo. Oye meni medolo hiania. But in our day-to-day society, all level is an enemy. I mean, medamo chube wense. SOS uno lokura. All level is not an enemy. As good as Nnamdi Kanu is him don't do. So you mean none of us can think of what that man stand for? At times I wonder, for how long are we going to continue like this? People that stand for salvation for humanity and redemption. Even though now prophecy with that man don't give up. It's just that whatever thing we are doing, we are not that too serious. Our mind is not there. Now body will take the day there. Now body will take the day there. Our mind not to day there like that. We are just assuming. Food weaponized, society is not society. There are still rumors of war everywhere. The Kepswa, the chairman of the World Economic Forum, he had a King Senja. He said our time is running late. He asking. A lot of people in Switzerland, they don't even know that Switzerland is the headquarters of World Economic. Now Switzerland, Davos. Now Switzerland now, that's for the go meeting. There was a meeting Putin attended. When he found out that what they're always doing there is not good, and they don't already suspect it to already they know say may get plan to take invade Ukraine. He did not go again. Davos. Now they call him Davos. And that be the headquarters. That's why when I was telling you the other time, we are doing something in Switzerland, a lot of people don't believe. So we'll keep on doing the little we can, irrespective. We will do it. We will not yield, we will not bow down. In us, the trumpet is so much alive with everything I planned. The man have already started making preparations. The big farmer is going to be investigating them. 2024 is not far from here. It's just a soon true. So please share this very video. Let it get to the good member of the IPOP or indigenous people of Biafra per se. Share, we are making this video for our beloved brother, and you give me a little geographical latitude. Let me just share a little. If you watch our people today, they are still playing politics all the way. Our people are still into full-time politics when they don't even know what is happening. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. But we will not discourage. We'll keep on doing what we can. I was telling one of our brother how he was panicking. Chairman, I don't feel it to now. I say, relax. Relax. We thought because we want to make an impact. Please, I'm going to do a few more sharing while we continue with this very broadcast. So, the lovers of Nnamdi Kanu, please make sure you share this very broadcast. We want to be telling the people that sold him what's await them. We need to let them know what await them. A lot of people don't know when they do something. The young people have done it, Cain that killed his brother Abel. Do you know what happened to him? In the book of Genesis chapter 4. You know, when I told the duo useless, I told them they are going to scatter. Today, I get duo is no longer existing in IPOP. They are no longer existing. They can't exist. If I'm led, I will be laying curses today. But if I'm not led, I will just do my preaching so that you go and repent. What is coming for you? Kenya, they are going to confess later. Or now Nnamdi Kanu were sold. You so and so person that sell Nnamdi. Your name is going to come out now. Okay, you think that is going to be your government, all this corrupt whatever. You are joking. They like to say you don't. If you doesn't know what is to happen, you sell Nnamdi Kanu, what is going to happen to you and the calamity. They like to say there's something wrong somewhere. If you doesn't really know what is going to before the people that sold Nnamdi Kanu, they have to say there's something wrong somewhere. You need to go and have a rethink. For real. You have to go and have a rethink. I think we have to end this sharing here so that to enable us treat our broadcast, please. Let me just introduce the topic. It is breaking. Biafra Mazi Nnamdi Kanu killing his brother Abel does not make him an accepted one. If you have hand in selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your punishment awaits you. If you have hand in selling His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your punishment awaits you. If you have not sold out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there will not be fight today in Igbo land. Your punishment awaits you. You are not going to escape it for too long. Now small remain. The whole world is not going to be like this. If you have one of those people that have been top officials, so many of them today now their PA they use their phone. They are no more here now their PA. If you are really a cabal, most of them today they are no longer alive, so it will get to you. What is your gain in selling His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? And again, message to the good elders in Igbo land. Please pray, sincere prayer for the release of your son who love and care about your freedom, His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A special message to all the good elders, mothers, fathers, children, uncle, cousin in Igbo land. I'm going to be passing this little instruction on what you are supposed to do. You guys have tried a lot. You have did a lot of sit at home. Moses also applied sit at home in Egypt. He worked for them. Then that sit at home simply means the book of Deuteronomy. He said, mark your doorstep with the blood. He said, when the angel of death will see it, they will pass over. By so doing, they were inside the house and the door were locked in some period of time. So you have done everything you can do. You have this sit at home, obey. At times for 7 days consecutively, you are sitting at home. In sober reflection, because your son were kidnapped and you have been fighting for his release. They never released him. Not even knowing the lawyer that you paid money for were the ones selling him. And some of Nnamdi Kanu, his own co-associate, who he felt they have the same mind like he, they were lax man. He never knew that we were walking in the midst of his enemy. So you have tried everything you can do. It's not working. You have sit at home. You have sit outside. You are going into armed struggle. Due to they were killing your brothers. If not Nnamdi Kanu today, I don't think any part of Igbo now will still be having Gari in the market. That man created ESA with the good international allies that he had. He trained his own foot soldier. Why did he did not train them as a terrorist? He trained them, please protect our land so that there will be food in the land. Such a person shouldn't be neglected. If Igbo land is brought back to how it was before Nnamdi Kanu created ESN, I guess they're going to be salam alaikum. What happened in 1967 will be more better than the Igbo land of today. Now, I haven't tried all this. It seems not to be working. Do you know what you are going to do now? Cry with a sincere heart. It's not everybody that can do this prayer. If you can get 100 women, 100 men, 100 children in the Igbo land, I tell you, not a deal. Nnamdi Kanu will not spend more than 3 months again in the prison. Nobody can hold him. It's not about killing animals. A sincere prayer. As many who is working against Nnamdi Kanu for him to remain in prison. If it is from Igbo land, pray for the God of ancestors of Igbo land to make them run mad. They will run mad. If I pray now without you, you are supposed to do that prayer. I'm not to do that for you. This one is a mission. This one is a fight. Igbo land should be filled by the Igbo people. Particularly the way it is right now. Your brother is in prison. Some certain person sold him out. If you can pray sincerely and the God of your ancestors, the God of Igbo land, stood up and I give you the endowment, my dear, as many of them that come from Igbo land who saw that Nnamdi Kanu, none of them will be alive. None of them will be alive. Now prayer works, not the one we pray with Jesus. There are ways you embark on successive prayers with the God of your ancestors supporting you. My dear, what you can achieve, plastic missile will not achieve it. You have tried, you have sit at home. Let me just say right now, you are exhausted. I know how you feel that today Nnamdi Kanu is still in prison. Even when the federal government or the justices of Nigeria release him on one occasion, but the federal government of Nigeria still keep him there. And the reason why they are still keeping him there, they know that when Nnamdi Kanu is released, a lot of secrets will come out because definitely he knows the people that sold him. And the same people that sell him, they are working tooth and nail to make sure he's not released. If there's a man to pray, there's a God to answer. Don't go and be praying for Nnamdi Kanu inside the church. It will not work. It won't work. Don't go and be saying in Jesus' name after prayer. You don't talk everything. You can't say in Jesus' name. You just pray that prayer. Pray a traditional. As many of you, you have the Spirit of God inside of you. I'm not talking about the Spirit of God that makes you speak in tongues, measuring the blood. No, you don't need to use the blood. The traditional prayer should be raised for Nnamdi Kanu. If not the whole states. We would have said right now, let his wife gather up women with sober reflection, praying as many who saw that my husband go cry upon the land of Brafa or whatever name you know it for. First of all, you atone for your sin. Everything that might have done. Now the God of your ancestors know. Begin to tell the God of your ancestors what and what he meant. In case a lot of things have changed. At times you need to open your mouth and talk to God. I will give you proof for it. When God sent Prophet Isaiah in the book of Isaiah chapter 8 to go and meet Hezekiah. Imagine God that know the death of a man. Then Hezekiah prayed. and say, God, check my record. He said exactly to him to go and tell him. Go and tell him that this sickness is going to lead unto death. Then when Prophet Isaiah get to where Ezekiah is in Isaiah 38, he said, thus saith the Lord of hosts, that this sickness you will not survive it. It will go to lead to your death. Put your house in order. That to say, sell your property. Call your children. Rapport with them. Then Ezekiah looked at it. He said, God, check my record. He talked back to God. So there are a lot of things that you feel God knows. God knows my heart, my dear. That's why you need to tell your heart to God. You need to give God the recommendation. That's why. Now you have to speak by yourself. The same God that told Jeremiah in the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5, he said, I knew you from your mother's womb. I know you are going to become a king. I know you are going to become a prophet unto the nation. The same God also tell you, whatsoever I hear you say to my ears, such will I do. So if you are not very careful in reading this very Bible, it's as some people will say, many are dying, many are perishing, whatever. No. If you are poor, it's not by the grace of God. That's a very wrong prayer. That's why if you hearken to this thing, take the sense and forget about the nonsense. I cannot lie from here. Every power is heaven and earth belong to this. There is wings right now. There is grass is here. So all powers, you must find it here. No power you will not find it where I am right now. There are powers in the breeze. There is power in the sun. There is power inside the water. So all powers is here. They are present. So if you are willing, the book of Isaiah chapter 1 verse 19, if you are willing and obedient, say you shall eat the fruit of the land. That's why the book of Joshua 1 verse 9, he said, have I not told you, Joshua, not to be afraid, not dismay, that I'm with you? Now, don't put God to test. You have spent millions of euros. If I'm not lying, you have spent money. This is not to be working. The same people is carrying telephone up and down to call and monitor. Please don't release him because of what they are doing. My dear, only thing that can bring them down is prayers. Only thing that can bring them down is prayer, nothing more. You have to pray that God punish them in a hurry. That God should expose them. Let God give them public disgrace. Now you don't need multitude. It's just a matter of people with sincere heart. Just the same way as they arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that time. Some women dedicate their time sincerely from their heart and they begin to pray. And we're able to walk in line either with the mother or with the father. Anyone that is available, connect yourself with them. I get the ancestral spirit, they are not happy that their son is in prison. Do you know if you are not very careful at times, the enemy will hijack your spirit. Whatever thing you are doing, you are just doing it in vain. Now, if all the old elders in Igbo land took all what they have and begin to pray this prayer continuously, result must come out. If we want to really go and face the real court, they can't charge against Nnamdi Kanu. It's not enough for him to still be in jail today. Brufem came the other time. They didn't allow him to see Nnamdi Kanu when he was newly arrested. That man flew from America several times. Millions, thousands of euros were spent. They didn't allow him to see Nnamdi Kanu. Anytime international whatever come, they know they allow not the Nigerian government. Now individual will say Nnamdi Kanu out. And my message for them today and my advice for them is that what they are doing down going to affect their children. You are not only selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's out. As many dying Nigerians today, what you have sold. As you are watching right now, you can take this very prayer point. Once in a while, naked, as you dey bath, as many that have sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anytime in this world, he want to sleep with a woman, let him die upon that woman. If it is a woman, anytime he make love, accepting what Nnamdi Kanu is doing is to punish people. My dear, God will answer prayers. Because one thing we are feeling right now, the world is going to be better tomorrow. My dear, you have to do the little you can. It's an error for you not to do anything at all. You cannot just be in life. You are not receiving bullets for anybody. Okay, today I'm talking about the Mazi Kanu. What did I talk about yesterday? It's like the whole world load is on my head. I connected myself yesterday to Miami. I was doing video with you. I was already in Miami. Because our leader is to be tried in federal courts for espionage. For what other people have been doing, they classify. He have the right to keep a document in his possession. But why are they looking for? This is a man, after he left presidency, according to them, they still, Nancy Pelosi, then he was the Speaker of the House, still want to impeach him. He's no longer president. So why do you think Donald Trump succeeded up to this time? Do you know how many people pray for Donald Trump? Prayer helps. Prayer helps. I've declared several prayers here for Donald Trump. I am not the one doing it. It's not left for God to do it. And I'm very happy that I associate myself with the hardest fight you can ever talk about in this world. When I started supporting Donald Trump, when a lot of people, they were mocking at him. And the same Donald Trump today is the savior that they are now waiting for to come and help them. I pick up my fight from the crash. In fact, it's beautiful. I know they involve myself. In fact, they're beautiful. I don't know how to function. I'm like an ego. The storm make ego to be balanced. If storm not they go, not they happy. That is me. A lot of you have seen it. So that's who I am. When I told you I'm in prison with Nnamdi Kanu, I know what I'm saying. Please, let's join our group consciousness together. Transfer this very message to the Igbo people. Transfer it to them. Prayer helps. Don't get weak. If this message can also reach his wife and the children, whosoever that have hand is selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Igbo land will be tossing for that person. Whatever thing you want that person to become, it will become it. You are not praying. That's why they are doing the work. You can, any battle you go with the God of your ancestor with a sincere heart, not for your personal selfish interest. God answers. Do you think Obaseki changing Mowa to become Mowa, it was your fight? There are a lot that are happening. So many narratives will be corrected. People are standing to build up their state. Also stand up to build up your state. If not, you are still going to be a refugee somewhere. Go to all African country. They are changing things. Whoever expected that Museveni have corrupted that man, we stand against the LGBT. Whoever said, if person tell me I not go believe. People are changing. We have to change along with the changes. So forget about this politics of a thing. Please pray. God answer prayers. There's nothing I prayed about yet that have not happened. I prayed against the New World Order. I prayed against Vaccine P. I'm not the one that have done it. I'm not taking the glory to myself. You are we will take a but for me to be a part and parcel, I said it. And in a more time, there is testimony. That is the effectiveness of prayers. So if you are agitating for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, don't always sit down to agitate for that man. Find a strategic location whereby you can, the God of heaven can be seeing you. Make a sophisticated prayer for him. If America or as Russia is fighting right now, they pick up a sophisticated weapon, plastic missile, B-52 jet, A-29 Tucano jet. It is men on ground that use assault rifle. AK-49, they don't even use AK-47. AK-47 is too small for Russia to use in war America. They use AK-49 assault rifle. That one goes to kilometer. So the longer time, the war is intensifying. They are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in collaboration with the people of the same brothers. The federal government, they couldn't do him anything today. Because while those ones, they are looking at the danger. That if we happen to assassinate this man, the whole world will not take it like with him. I'm begging all of you, make una not let anything happen to Nnamdi Kanu. The people that collide to assassinate John F. Kennedy, even both the one that assassinated Abraham Lincoln, my dear, their fire is the somewhere as we speak. Your children will pay for it. Forget the Lord that my papa do not be children doing. My dear, your children will be stoned to death. What shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and suffer the loss of his own soul? That's why whatever thing we are doing today, although people may believe in lunacy, although people may be too archaic, calling us all manner of names, but when the truth shall come out, our offspring will be celebrated that this man was a truthful man. For that simple reason, when This very man, Nelson Mandela, was arrested. A lot of people call him criminal, but if you bear Nelson Mandela today as a surname, immunity is given to you anywhere you go. But at the initial stage, he spent 27 years in prison. It is not everybody that's in prison that are guilty. That's why Spanish will always say, "Cárcel, a la casa está lleno con los razones." Prison are full of innocent people. Nnamdi Kanu is an innocent man. You have not done anything wrong. And as many of you who have hand in Nnamdi Kanu being in jail, I will not lay curse on you, the people who were just happy because of ignorance. I will not do that. But as many of you who deliberately sold him and kept the money in your pocket, and one thing you are not getting clear, let me refer you to the narrative that we have set, and that is how it was, according to how it was written down. In the book of Luke 22, verse 3, it says, Satan also entered Judah, one of the 12, to sell Jesus. They sold him. Do you know what happened? Judah Iscariot died before Jesus died. As many of you who have sold Nnamdi Kanu up to today, you are not having remorse and you are still working against his release. Nnamdi Kanu will witness your burial ceremony. And this world is getting better, so your condition will be worsening. Calamity will never finish from your home. You will never survive what is coming. As you allow pains to be in the heart of the people who love His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before he's fighting for humanity and redemption, accepting what that man is doing is an evil thing. If it is a good thing from his heart, if he the pains are Fulani, he's killing his people, they can no longer go to farm. God the same way it was in the book of Judges chapter 6. When the Midianites, they rose up against the people of Gideon. The angel of the Lord appeared unto Gideon. He said, "Mighty man of valor, you are going to deliver your people. You are a mighty man." If what Nnamdi Kanu is doing is to save humanity, my dear, calamity will continue to follow you. As many of you who is contributing up to today to make sure Nnamdi Kanu remain in prison, I cage you today in a spiritual prison. You will never have peace again in your life. As the water in the ocean is troubled, so you will be troubled. As the water in the ocean is troubled, so you will be troubled. Man will see you and embarrass you. Woman will see you and embarrass you. It shall never be well with you. I pronounce today praying for your sons. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I lift him up. I commit Nnamdi Kanu under the hollows of God's hands, and all the angels, and all our forefather of Idu, Godomigodo, and Igbo land. Avenge. Let every Nnamdi Kanu pursuer. Let disgrace enter themselves. Let them fight themselves. As many lawyers who have filed paper to make sure Nnamdi Kanu remain in prison, tonight it shall never be well with you. Anytime you drink water, it will be toxic for you. Tears will never finish away from your life. Your children will die in your eye. You will never see how to enjoy your children. That money you use is selling you Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you are in the building from tonight, a spiritual earthquake, I declare it upon the house. Any of you that give your wife money as a result of part of the money you use in selling Nnamdi Kanu, from today, calamity will follow that your wife. Any house you use that money to build, you use in selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because that man is an innocent man, excepting on the fact that what that man was doing was to make sure the life of the Biafran people or the Igbo people never get better. This was a man that read an history. He saw that more than 3 million Biafrans were killed during the Biafran Civil War in 1967. They unleashed on them and they killed. The same Britain supported Nigeria. Then today, you don't have sense of humor. I pronounce today the good life that is coming. You will see it, you will never enjoy it. The same way Moses see the promised land he couldn't enter. So you will hear that the world is better now. But on that very day that we are not transition to global greatness, that everything is now good, that very day, everything you have will wither on you yourself. You will go down the drain. Anytime anybody does you anything, and you feel bad about it, the very day you feel bad about why will this person do this thing to me, that very day what you have done against Nnamdi Kanu, you will rip it in a hurry. You have a wife, you are the one that sold Nnamdi Kanu, or you have a husband, maybe your husband cheated, or your wife cheated. You want to even quarrel at all. That very day you quarrel, everything you have will be wiped away from this earth and you. So shall it be on yours, on you and your generation. Now, if we keep on selling our deliverer, where is the help going to come from? Where are we going to ever get this very help we are looking for? You feel any politician can help you? A lot of people you are seeing today, better countries you are seeing today, they got their freedom through people like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the custom before. That was how they got their freedom. A lot of things you are seeing today, one fair happened some time ago. People like Donald Trump are raising up right from time. What Donald Trump is doing today is what John F. Kennedy wanted to do in 1963. If John F. Kennedy were to be alive, Bradford War for not happen. If for not happen, it would have not happened. But why did they assassinate him? Because they know what is coming to come and do is to come and make sure that human beings begin to enjoy the dividend of life. A lot of you just feel you are struggling. This struggling you are struggling today, it is not created by God. It is created by man, this suffering. This is how they have been doing it. For example, now, ESM is no longer in the bush. Bradford land would have been taken over by Fulani already. But what Nnamdi Kanu did when he was in free world is he speaking, protecting lives, even when he's in prison. But if those people can stand up and pray sincerely from their heart, even though you are a woman, you don't even need to know him. As you are listening, hearkening to my voice today, find a way. Even though you want your children, every day class to do that prayer, abandon your children. Do this prayer for this man. It meant well for you. Imagine Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in a free world. As Donald Trump, CCP, Putin, Marodi, Bolsonaro, Joe Wahun, they are doing their own. And Nnamdi Kanu, if you look at it, these very people, the Amazonians, you already have allies with the Amazonians. Go and look at what Pompeo have done to the Amazonians. You have allies already. This man meant well for you. Your life is like this today because you have nobody speaking for you. What this man meant, nobody meant it. Do you know today when I started supporting President Donald Trump, a lot of people look at me as if I was crazy because it was after Obaseki fight. I make an open announcement. The next fight right now, switch to Donald Trump. Ever since I supported Obaseki, it has been from one fight to the other. How did I pick Obaseki's fight? When Obaseki were driven away from Osadebe Avenue, I picked Obaseki, I hand over Obaseki to a mother. I've shared the testimony several times with that number. I did not just come and start supporting Obaseki when I want to go to politics. When I found out that American election, they were doing it, I was having the mind that definitely Donald Trump will come back due to what he stands for. I found out the election was wrong. My dear, I spiritually, I removed my clothes. Now with this. But a lot of people mocked at me and say, what this man saying? They begin to see those things that Comrade Newton they're supporting is something that is going to bring salvation to you. It is my activism that is going to bring salvation to you and your children. Nobody else that will save you. It is my activism. It is what I support. So if we raise on certain prayers like this, do it in your little way. If the old brother can sit down at home without going anywhere, you can also pray. Stop playing. Pray. Pray that God Almighty will expose that Igbo land will be toxic for as many people that sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not praying for Kenya. I'm not praying against Kenya. But they sold him out to the Kenyans. Now, for how long shall they kill our prophet? And we are here silent. For how long? For how long our freedom fighter will be jailed? I was watching one these white folks They acted the thing. Or let me call it a movie. A professor or a teacher per se, he entered into the classroom. I can perceive that that girl was an half-caste. It was an half-caste. It was not just white. It was an half-caste. Half-caste where this and boy well. He told the guy, he said, leave my class. Maybe 1 or 2 persons might see it. I think it was on our Idu, it's a promised land platform. He said, leave my class. And the guy said, why? He said, leave my, I don't want to say it for the last time. Leave my class. The guy went away. Now after the guy left, the professor now said, I've forgotten what he said. He wrote something on the board that they should tell him, why do we make law? Or why do we have a constitution? This one say to guard everybody. This one say to defend our rights. The other one say, now he not told them what I did to that very person. Was it right? What he did to that guy? Because the man we are expecting. That's why when some kind of thing happen, you keep up your mind. You don't know you are fooling yourself. At times, some president will bring us some certain policy. They were expecting you are going to tell them get out. That was why when coronavirus was very viral, then Obaseki were talking about this and this. I came out and I told him to his face, if you are not very, very careful, you are going to see my God in action. If you are not very, very careful, I'm going to send you to Guantanamo. Did you know at the time the God of my ancestors supported me? Then I perceived something. The man started asking those students questions. What I did to that girl, where is it right? All of them were looking at the man. He said, what I did to that girl is just wrong. Now, why did you people contest it, sir? What you are doing is bad. Then the man tell them, whatever thing you are doing in life, always learn to defend the law and the constitution. What I did to that girl was not good. But why do you people not keep quiet? That's the land that we are living today. And that thing was a very good message for the people who are keeping quiet. Well, freedom fighter to be jail after all, or after all this, but it's consuming you today. It's consuming you today. Fulanization agenda have not been cancelled. The same government you are clamoring for holds everything. Holds the digital currency ID and whatever. They own it. They have a lot of plans in their hands. Somebody that already have a voice speaking, support the person. That's why any injustice that is happening to anybody, even when this very man in America, you think I will pay with him that time when they deceive him, when we were to go to Nigeria? If anybody is still unleashing on him today, then I find out that the person, the way that person is unleashing on him, I'm not done anything. I will also come and do video about it. That's how a good freedom fighter is supposed to be. Our hatred for each other does not count when they are treating you badly. If at the end of the day I want to also scorn the person, you are reaping what you sowed now. Now you know how it is. But you, this very person, God will punish you. Why do you do this thing to him? That's how it functions. So we are living in a world whereby people just don't care. All our heroes, all our freedom fighters have been in prison. Even when I told my followers yesterday, being on the 13th of June 2023, that I'm going to be there in Miami with our president. He cannot degbe, we're not degbe. I know CNN started saying he's under arrest. In mainstream media, they say that not been arrested. He was never arrested. That is the topic they will always write, being that you have entered the court. He went there majestically. And he came out also majestically. Before he got home, he brought a restaurant. After meeting some friends there, he told them all of them should eat. He will pay for it. A leader. Why am I always supporting good leaders? Because I know what they are doing to come. These are people that are doing something on their personal selfish interest. His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a heir to his throne. One heir to his throne. He would have taken his father's chieftaincy title, carry boys around himself. Even if UK, if we are even been able to create that like that, if UK want to do anything in their kingdom or dukedom, they will invite him. He would have been the first Nigeria king or whatever that attend functions in the Western world because he have the brain. He would have been able, but he left those things behind. Also look at the story of Moses. Moses would have been able to become, he's a son of the palace. Everybody thinks right now that it is Pharaoh's daughter. But he did not look onto the palace or the kingship or the throne or the property they are to give to him. But he still put himself that, my brother, we are present in suffering. We are together. This man is a British Nigerian with passport in his hand. He studied there in the UK, but he still come to Nigeria, giving himself when he was first of all arrested. They kill him. They kill everybody around him. He flew. That was why they said he jumped jail. But see most of the people who are paid heal of him today, are they amount to anything in life? They are not amount to anything in life. See this Elede, I think Sariki Tokumbo, I think he's lamenting already, who supported Tinubu. If he talk too much now, Tinubu will be the one that will also arrest him, who will make him to pay for all the evil deed against these evil people. So whatever thing you are doing today, there is always a reward for it. It's a law of karma. It's a law of inevitable consequences. So don't think it's not coming today. If it's not going to reach you, you're not going to be alive. It can be extended to your children. A lot of people don't know. Some of the things we are enjoying today, some of the life we are enjoying, or some of the agony we are passing through, maybe one or two things our parents did. Because we supported them, or we never denounced that thing. Whatever my father and my mother have did, God have come to you. Please, let this thing not worry me. You don't know what it's called sowing and reaping. We don't think life is a bed of roses. Whatever thing you just do, you go away with it. No, you cannot go away with this. Nnamdi Kanu is too global for you to say and go scot-free. Nnamdi Kanu, everybody all know him. Every person that, even up to Putin, CCP, they know that he's fighting for the liberation of Africa. They know. They know he's fighting for liberation of Africa. So if you think you have just sold Nnamdi Kanu, just the same way you can just kill any cops, any man, person who work there. If you look at today now, people who endure themselves in killing other people's children, if you watch them very well, life is not good for them. If you watch people very well, that's why I told you the other day, you as a man, before you marry, or you as a woman, not go marry who person hand, who person blood don't fit dey hand. My dear, it will affect you. Even though the girl no fine, this little verification you can do at least for my bomb, if you are not suffering normally, you'll see work one day, God will open your way. But if you go and marry somebody who are killed, and the spirit of that person, the blood of that person is still crying. When Cain killed his brother Abel in the book of Genesis chapter 4, just read it from verse, read it from verse 4, or you go to verse 8. Cain came and called his brother Abel, said, let us go to the farm. What Abel was feeling that, my brother, I know he cannot do anything to me. Because at the initial stage, God told Cain, in the presence of Abel, I see your countenance falling. I see that you are hungry. I see that you are downcasted. If you have done well, I would have accepted your sacrifice. Once Abel was feeling that maybe my brother has failed today, he can also pass again. He never mind. But God will give you that signal so that Cain will use his own, Abel will use his own human initiative to say, did that mean that my brother will somehow come and be angry with me? With this little jealousy, it just frees his mind. That's why there is jealousy in everything you do. There are success you start making. At the time that message comes, you see the way your friends react. Don't follow them to any journey again. They may harm you. A lot of people read the Bible just for excitement. Kekili, brother Abel, they can't lay curse on her. There was also some certain negligence about Abel. And most of us today, we are still Abel. You can be righteous and still die mysteriously. You will go enjoy finish for heaven. If there's anything like that, we have to always use our number 6. After you have done it, say, let's go to the farm. The brother follow him. The next thing he does, as Abel were just, clearing. Carry something of this nature, very, very big. Brother name, Does that make him the accepted one? No. It does not make him the accepted one. Read from that Genesis chapter 4 verse 9. That is what is going to happen to people that so do not come. God pronounced curse upon them. You might be seeing your leader, they are doing ritualism. But their days are numbered. If you are the type, if you are in Guantanamo, Gitmo, there is no days, hundreds of flights does not go there. As if they carry, they go. Now so they carry dead body, they come on. People that have been executed, either by hanging, being judged under Nureboko 2.0. There are sentences going on today. You will pay dearly for it by law. You cannot do this and go scot-free. So the DO useless, the DO fiawu, the DO nyenyewu, the DO bomo. My dear, be waiting for it. Don't think everything is going to end like this. Your chapter will come. If you want to close, if you want to see the next chapter, how beautiful it is, no matter how beautiful the previous one is, you have to close it. One day, God will close this very chapter of your life. And the next chapter will be the people you have killed. That's why I pronounce it today. As we are approaching Nezera Gezera, transition to global greatness. As other people's life is going to be meaningful. As many of you that have a hand in selling Nnamdi Kanu, I don't care whether you are his blood brother, whether you are DOS, whether you are the lawyer. As we are entering transition to global greatness, so there will be retrogression in your life. The God of heaven and earth will collapse on you. Evil thing will never cease away from your life. As we are feeling pains today, because we so trusted what that man is fighting, is to make sure we are never fullanized. Is to make sure that our core value is restored. And you are standing on our way and know that you are doing what he would have done. But you want to make sure as many people Fulani are killing today. Anytime Nigerian soldier kill anybody in Igbo land, so your children will also be dying. Anytime Fulani kill any person in Igbo land, and replace your children with those people that Fulani are killing. Those of you that sold Nnamdi Kanu. As I throw this stone inside the water, this same stone has many. I'm giving it to the goddess of the water. I'm giving this as a weapon. I'm giving this as an offering. That as many people that Fulani will even assault tomorrow or next tomorrow, as many that sold Nnamdi Kanu, use this stone to begin to torment all the members of their family until Nnamdi Kanu is released. They will never have peace. I give it stone to the goddess of the water. I give this stone to all the elders who sacrificed their life willingly for the liberation of the Biafra during the Biafra War in 1967. You will never have peace for selling Nnamdi Kanu. Tonight, I seize your peace. You will be chased up and down by this stone. You will be chased up and down by this stone. This is the wickedness. How human can be so wicked. What is your gain? Go and look at the book of Genesis. Cain killed his brother Abel. He never went with Cain again all the rest of his life. Also go to the book of Genesis chapter 37. As many of you that sold Nnamdi Kanu, and you are still listening to the word of God, God will punish you in a hurry. When they sold that Joseph just had a dream. More than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I had a dream I'm going to liberate my people one day. They hated him as his brother. It was only the father that considered the dream. All of them were now saying, are you not trying to say that you now want to be a governor of ours or what? What are you trying to say? Even when the brother later, when the father sent him to go and give his brothers food because they were rearing cattle for their father. Hey, they said him go and see him, the dreamer. All of them started considering, what are we going to do to him? It was even only Reuben who said, let's put it in the reservoir. The reason why Reuben said, let's put him in the reservoir, let don't kill him, is our brother. He solicited for it, but none avail. He wanted them to keep him there so that later we'll go and keep him, we'll go and carry him and free him. But they sold him out. But at the end of the day, the dream that Joseph had, the same people came to Egypt to come and buy something when they were family. What Joseph still know, the dream he had when he was growing up in his father's house, the same dream he interpreted that make him to become a prime minister in a foreign land. What you think you have done against Nnamdi Kanu for evil, God is going to turn it to become good. Eternal King of Glory. I'm standing here today representing millions and millions of dying Nigeria who is still hoping today that their Savior will come out one day. I lift up the spirit of the good IPOB member, the brand fans, who are still expecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come. I'm here standing in the gap for them. That Nnamdi Kanu will come out. That all their prayers will be answered. But as many that sold him out, they will still come and meet Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow and confess with their mouth before they will be slayed by the sword. It will happen. It will happen. If you look at it right from the one, anytime I think about freedom fighter heroes, how they have been killed, that was why I named Donald J. Trump on Naiwu. You can't kill this one. If they succeeded in killing this one, we are gone as a people. A lot of you does not know what is coming. Somebody sent something to me today that they want to also they want to correct the Bible. I don't know what they want to correct inside. By years ahead, who is doing it today? The Economic World Forum. The World Economic Forum. They are the one doing it today. They own the world. Their headquarters is in Davos, in Switzerland. That was why I told you last year here that when they were to go to Switzerland for meeting, their chairman, Klaus Schwab, they told them that their members' life, their first priority, that they are not going to, the pilot that took injection will not fly them. They went to go and contract another pilot that does not take injection to fly the plane. But thank God today, all the evil things that were kept in Switzerland, the God of our ancestors have taken care of it. All the evil things that were kept in Ukraine, if you look at it, the very year they created Ukraine, 1991, that was the very year they created those states, if I'm not making mistakes. That was not supposed to be the name. Somebody used his own mouth to give it like that. Is he favoring you today? Since the name Edo State, how has your life been? As the name it Edo State, everybody started living Usena the baby. What our sisters, our mother could do were to find road. Let me use what I have to take care of my family. Go and think and read about when your problem started. That was when they created Ukraine, called Ukraine away from the Soviet Union in 1991. They didn't give them border license. But one thing I'm thanking God for today, the whole Caseran Mafia and the Nazi Malaysians. That's why the Bible said, the Egyptian you see today, you shall see them no more. These are the people. And I want to appreciate God Almighty for how far we have gone. Because if you pray God for his finger, he will show you his hand. Once you praise God for his hand, he will show you his face. Once God shows you his face, your life will be good. Now, God, I'm praising you for showing us your finger in this whole thing. Your hand has been shown. God, show us your face so that our transition to global greatness, headed by the President Donald J. Trump and his allies, it will come in a hurry. That which you have promised to happen in our lands, let the manifestation begin to come. Let us see the face of whatever thing we have been doing in Nigeria. In Udigo, Domingo, Dolan, notably. It will happen. Please, this is the time for us to be together in unity. Politics were created to divide us. Politics were never created to make you okay. They created politics to make sure you die in pain. That's why Emilio Kona my turn to kill them. They are not saying it's my turn to do for these people. That was why they never come. They are bringing out to tell you today. The Nigerian army, they are still disturbing the Igbo people. But the mainstream media, they don't talk about it. Because they look at it that if they talk about it, it's like they are now trying to say that Fulani is still killing. They are trying to cover all right now their shenanigans. And thank God for the ESN, who are also protecting their land. Still defending what His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left with them. But anytime Fulani succeeded in killing any Igbo person, in any way in Igbo land, notably Igbo land, as many that saw Nnamdi Kanu, I pronounce death upon their children. I pronounce death upon their children. I pronounce death upon their children. As soon as picking, they pay una. As soon as value una life. Now so Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this custom be on. He also have children. His children might be missing him. Your wife might also be honey of his husband at time. But you are making love with your wife at home. Today, I turned down your wife to become a spiritual wife. If you are a woman today, I pronounce a spiritual husband to start sleeping with you from today. You will be troubled all the rest days of your life. The problem that we people have is that we don't pray. We don't know how to do all these exercises. These are some of the exercises you went back on when you are fighting this kind of fight. You don't steal to conquer. If you must fight war, fight it. I was with somebody online this evening. I said, I'm leaving home right now. I just get up from where I was sitting. Fan, they blow me. But I have to dress up. He told me to arrange the chair and put my camera in my front. I have to dress up, carry my car key, wear cap, spray perf, enter car, drive kilometer to this place. Why not just kukuma do one for Isha Palo? Because we don't steal to conquer. We are in war. But when this war is finished, we'll keep on doing that video here. So we have made our supplications and prayer not today. I know the God of our ancestors will do something about it. I want it and everyone, if you must agitate for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release, you must lay curse on the people that sold him. Otherwise, don't talk again. Blah, blah, blah will not save anything. They know they pass different kind of tree. You don't see handle put for hoe. If you do now, somebody doing it, we have 100 people like this, agitating, doing this kind of a thing once in a while. My dear, God will combine it together. If you read the book of Exodus chapter 3 verse 9, it is not the very day that the children of Israel started praying that God just say, okay, let me find solution. If we are hearing it, if we are accumulating the prayers, until when some certain persons also join the struggle and begin to pray some drastic prayer. I guess the women, they're not naked. The men, they throw away bola. No, we must have to be free. God, come and free us from this place. We no longer like it. That was when God relayed Moses. The morning, said, Mosino, send you to go and miss Pharaoh. The cry, look at it. Look at what God said. He said, the cry of the children of Israelites have reached me. That it don't fool. Let me assume God were putting it on a rain gauge. Then where God now look at it? No offering. You know, when you put water, when you put something in the tap, once it don't fool, you go lock am. You go call your children on a vulnerable domain. Then God call. God found out that the prayer is enough for me to send a deliverer. That was why he called Moses. He said, their cry reached me. Our cry never reach. It never meant to reach where they reach God. Not even if I Jofo can hold Nnamdi Kanu there. Can you pray? Guys, just 10 like Newton. We solve everything. 10 like me. We grew consciousness. Wow. At times when you try to connect to some certain things, you get where you go reach. There are more your prayer cannot really do. Either because of the bond. The 10 people that is from the land. Do something about it. God said, come. Their cry have reached me. So I'm sent to go and meet Pharaoh. Trying to let me. It comes to a time God also hardened the mind of Pharaoh. God hardened the mind of Pharaoh to make sure I destroy him. But we see some people, pastors, if there's a man to pray, there's a God to answer. How are you praying your prayer? That's what matters. I don't think there's any prayer I've raised here that have not worked. If you know the prayer I've raised, even though you are seeing this video on any platform, write it, but don't write it for hatred. Just remind me of it. Let me pray it again. But if you write it in hatred, I will lay curse on you and it will follow you. I know there's a play on. I will report you in a hurry. Report you. So please, let's do the needful. Very, very important what I'm telling you right now. So all the Igbo elders, both the mothers, use what you have to get what you don't have. Politics cannot make Igbo land to be okay. Politics cannot make Edo land to be okay. Nowhere politics can face it. It is policy that can face it. Politician does not fist up. It takes somebody that's a patriot. A politician that now convert to become a patriot that will heal a nation. Politician is can enter. The foundation of politics is also the one of this religion you are seeing today. The way they created religion, the same way they created politics. The same way they create kingship. That's why a king, even though the papa na nikompo, he go see hand over to children will be vagabond. Then another of the children will see come again will be Australia Wallobi. Or the hand over and whether na lunatic or na Igbo smoker, he must rule you. So all those things were created by man. They put themselves there. And you are there, you are not ready to change anything. But in my own time, things must change. I'm to change my world. I'm building my own world by myself. The world I want to live is what I'm building right now. I don't want shenanigans. When we were 2023, I was thinking when 2024 will come. I never know that it's that close. Maybe not by next month. You know, when they invaded Maralogo, I told you that they invaded that. A lot of people, some people don't know how to fight for freedom. I pray that will open your heart to know what's called freedom. Harsh. Freedom come by struggle, eh? Nobody will give you freedom free. Nobody will give you freedom free. The reason why I don't want to use our past, whether Bible or whatever, physically, to give some certain illustrations, is to bring you to a layman understanding. So that whatever thing you are doing, you do it well. There's one thing talking in social media, another thing, apply prayer to it. Very, very important. This is a correction I need to correct globally. What you know, apply to it. Don't let people put lie on you all the time. No. Stand up at times and fight. Or till you stand up to fight, you don't know how powerful you are. Or till you stand up and start doing videos, you don't know what in day. You think I'm joking? I'm getting results to more than every other person. I get results. If I'm not getting results, I would be weak by now. What will happen in those days about go and take 3 doses and whatever? I fought it alone on social media. But today, what's happening? People are not denying. Somebody were telling me a true life story. If you even ask people now, you video say no, you don't take. People are denying now of what they were proud for. Nobody right now will agree to you that in the end, no, they're not agree again. They want to blend up with the society. If a boy toasting a girl and maybe the girl is saying no one follow person with joy because you don't just want any conveniences, the boy will deny will like that is what boys are doing right now. That is what boys are doing right now. That's what girls are doing right now because they needed to come together. And they are denying. They want to get it cheap. But will it just be cheap like that and you'll be free? No. Stay your lane. Be very proud to identify yourself. Let them say that they are not going to start giving every person who have insulted Nnamdi Kanu. They want to give them house. Or they want to give them American passport. I will still stand that I did not insult Nnamdi Kanu. That is me. I'm not the decampo. I will not say because I hear they win now because this alien in America. No, I will not say that. My stand is my stand. What about they say Tinubu is this and that, this and that, this and that? Mashallah, okay, tomorrow. And Tinubu to step down. People, shame. So let's be calling it a day. Let's be calling it a day. Eternal King of Glory, commit your son, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, into your able hands. As many that trouble him, let them be troubled. Let there be calamity in all their lives. And as many that are also going to be joining in these very prayers, give them the strength to pray this prayer with a sincere heart. If there's anything you have also done, knowingly or unknowingly to you, God Almighty have mercy and free him from the hands of fake friends and fake lawyers, fake brothers, fake sisters. He said, today is 14th of June, Tuesday, 14th of June, Tuesday, 2023. This is the very day prayer was raised against the people that sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have pronounced calamity on their life. We have pronounced any time that Fulani kill anybody in Igbo land. Their children will pay for it. And any person, you say you have power to return anything to manipulate. You want to even show sign at all. Avanuhu, thunder of God, the thunder of enemy will track you there in a hurry. So follow us up, please, on the Idu Nation is a promised land. Follow us there. And for most Igbo people that are still being tried to be segregative, one thing you guys should know that the very day we are free, you are free. The very day you are free, we are free. So that's one thing. Let us become brethren. Let's work together as a team. We may not be the same platform, but let's always feel each other's pains. Learn how to intrude when you find out that your neighboring states, even though they are not brother, they are having problems. Create topics and talk about it. Self-centeredness will not help us. It will not help us. Only what's going to help us is unity. We need to unite together. Let's unite all our ancestors, all our fathers that were sold into slavery, all our mothers that were gruesomely mothers, every of our fathers that fought for struggle for liberation. We have to join us together. And another thing these wicked people are doing, they're always causing division among ourselves. They always want to divide us. At the time they enter your head, you begin to see anything as a threat to you. You begin to see anything, if I appreciate her now, you can't big past me, or I don't want to talk to her. No. We have to forget, I know we doesn't have differences. It may be lack of, maybe we don't know rich, but we need to work together as a team. If you come across this video, pray for your brother. It's not about my popularity. I does not do monetization. I don't have it anywhere. Even the money for Star, one of our brother gave to me, he don't let me withdraw. The money for Star, we have 100 euro in this very quanta. He don't let me withdraw, or $100. So what do you think is encouraging me while doing what I'm doing? Because I love humanity. The love I have for Nnamdi Kanu is massive. Please, let's do the needful. Let's do the needful. We will take over the whole world government with corporations. One finger cannot remove lights from. Can I use one finger to remove anything from here? Look at it. I can't pull anything. But if I add this one to it, we grip it. I draw it. There is no way all thing go pull. That's what corporation can do. Amos 3 verse 3. He said, can two work together except they agree? If we must achieve something, there is a very huge tendency we must have to work together. There's power in unity. That's why when King David was made a king, he was to start facing some certain things in Jerusalem. Psalm 133. He said, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Also go to the book of Nehemiah. When the wall of Jerusalem was falling, then they called Nehemiah to come and build up the wall. The first thing he called for was unity. When Donald Trump came into power, the very day he entered the escalator, he called for unity. He built allies. You can't do it alone. No matter how powerful you are. No matter, you can't do it alone. Never. I've triggered this very spiritual mission for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Please, if you really love your brother, do this for him. Pray for him. Do your video at times outside. Let the powers in the air know your supplications to God. Inside the ridiculous lies the miraculous. If you walk in the midst of the ridiculous, there will be miracle for you. If Moses were not having sense of humor, does not know the power of what he has, he would have not believed that just a stick, a staff of office can pass a Red Sea. But God asked him, what is that in your hand? He said, a rod. He said, stretch it and miracle happens. How many of you today will hearken, who have your brain in the center of your head and listen and say, okay, now let us also start applying what this man has said. Will you ever obey? As it is written in the book of Isaiah chapter 1 verse 19, if you are willing and obedient, you will eat the fruit of the land. So let me be ending here. God bless every one of you. Igbo kwenu, Idu Igodomigo do kwenu, Yoruba kwenu, the good Fulani kwenu, the good Yoruba kwenu, kwezuenu. So please, Let's do the needful. Our telephone number remains +34 631 056 Our telephone number +34 631 056 I remain your beloved brother, Comrade Newton Igbeneghu, the Archbishop of activism, the hero for democracy, and ambassador for good governance. The CEO, Civil Disobedience Worldwide, CEO, Salvation for Humanity and Redemption, Baba Uduhuelen. So till I meet you again, God bless you, Jara Safara Selassie. Hi.
Now we don't hear from Comrade Newton. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things wey dey happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.